Referral pathways are policies and procedures in place to ensure women with gender-based violence and needs get referred, assessed, and channeled to the proper services and resources needed. In various parts of Teso and Acholi sub-region, many GBV cases often go unreported to proper channels and justice is never served. Given this background, there was a need to roll out capacity building of duty bearers, religious leaders, and community activists to enable disclosure and make appropriate referrals for survivors of GBV. Over 198 community activists and religious leaders were identified, verified, and trained on effective approaches of handling disclosure, making appropriate referrals, while holding the principles of survivor-centeredness.
We also managed to identify, verified, and trained 18 middle religious leaders, and these are a category that are charged with the responsibility of providing appropriate referrals for survivors of gender-based violence. Now all have the knowledge on appropriate referrals, handling disclosure and making referrals for survivors of GBV.
They teach us how to handle some other cases. If somebody comes to you, that my friend, I have problem, how to welcome him and how to approach him. Like I said earlier, that sometimes we fail how to approach people or how to talk to them. So those people, they give us that knowledge, how to handle. Because right now, if a woman comes to me and says, Sheikh, my husband has beaten me, because I should know now how I am going to handle this woman and how I am going to approach that man so he can come to the line.
In Teso sub-region, Rose had gone through years of a violent relationship with her husband. She would be physically beaten whenever she complained of her husband's extramarital affairs. Like many other women, Rose had fears of being exposed to HIV. This subjected her to other forms of violence like emotional and economic violence. After realizing that there was a Sasa Faith program at community church where she often went for fellowship, she appreciated and took interest and participated in the program. She was helped by the religious leader to understand the different referral points and services she could get.
It dates back to very many years ago, before the interventions of TROCAIRE in our area here. We could fight, we could quarrel many times. So it so happened someday that we fought, and after the fight, I decided to go and report in police. So as a mother, I am really very happy because of the work that TROCAIRE is doing in our community. And we are sending our gratitude to TROCAIRE and TEDO, and it is our humble appeal that even if this project is phasing out, please don't forget us. And we are also committing ourselves that what we have started, we are not going to stop it. We are going to continue reaching out to other families that are similarly experiencing violence with the knowledge that we have attained now.
Moses was taken to police, and subsequently, Rose was able to receive justice. Later, Moses attended the men-only spaces from where he learned the effects of gender-based violence against women. The two now live together in a peaceful relationship.
I used to drink a lot, and when I come to my family, the way I speak to my wife wasn't good. And in most cases, it would end up in fighting. And this could continue in a number of days. But because of the teachings through Sasa Faith, I got to realize that violence is not a good thing. So when we were taught, one thing that also came up clearly was the extramarital affairs, that it could also bring violence in families. Economic violence was also one of the aspects that used to cause violence in my family, because I could not tell my wife how I use my money and where I could spend it from. So Sasa Faith taught us on how to share our materials, our earnings, and even sharing work is one of the teachings that we got through SASAFACE. In most cases, it was only my wife who could do the garden work. For me, my work was just move up and down. But after teachings, I got to realize that it was important for me to share issues with my wife. Using the posters that the SASAFACE methodology and approach was using, I could see in the posters how families are living happily, how the children are happy, and that encouraged me to understand SASAFACE more and more. Even issues like helping my wife to cut firewood for cooking, fetching water, I could see that these are all things that I am able to do as a man. So when I began doing this, I saw there were changes in my life that were gradually helping us as a family.
Caroline Akello, the project officer at Church of Uganda, TEDO, says she's happy that the engagements with this couple yielded results. Now Rose and Moses are seen working together, planning for their resource use together, and are happily married.
With continuous engagements, they appreciated. You find that a man also comes to understand that indeed when there is no violence, I am the first beneficiary. We also use our religious leaders during Sundays, maybe during the days of prayer. You find that they integrate the GBV messages into their sermons. You don't just preach an open message, but every time you're preaching on a Sunday, see how to connect how GBV issue is affecting family. Then also we take them through the referral. We help them to understand that you as a religious leader, you are not able to handle all cases. For example, someone's hand is broken, is bleeding, and the person comes to you. You have to refer that person maybe to the health center. And then if it's something to do with legal, you have to refer the person to police. So these referral topics where we guide them on principles like confidentiality, respect, safety, and information sharing helped our religious leaders appreciate that they can't really handle all the cases, but rather they can refer, give information on referral and refer people to the right places so that they can get water, the right help.
Community development officers say capacity building that was given to them regarding the referral pathways process and management of cases has eased work as many more cases are referred timely and appropriately.
Church of Uganda TEDO has empowered community development officers in all the sub-counties of Kalaki by taking them through the training of understanding the modalities of GBV, the legal frameworks of GBV, there's what we call they call it referral pathway. So all the CDOs have passed through that training and they have the knowledge of what to do and how to do it and where to go, where to refer when there is an issue that needs to be referred.
That there is a man who was denying his children, but because of the 20 people, SASAFACE brought that one to us and we succeeded and the man was taken to court. So far, last month I think I've taken about 5 people to court. From September to today, those ones who have failed to, that's why I say I really thank them so much. It has helped us, and I think it has created some effect. It has really created it so well that in Koliri now, I'm seeing how I think people have come to know their responsibility.
I am the center point of referral at the district. And if you see the sub-counties where Church of Uganda TEDO has been working, like for example, Bululu, the cases are very few. Go to Otuboy, the cases are very few. Now we have very many cases in Kakure.
He and other partners, including community activists, are optimistic that even with the closure of the program, the local capacity will carry on the good work of women empowerment.
We are going to see that we continue with this program. But we are going to continue with this program because it's so beneficial. Many families have changed. Many families have come up from out the problems. They have known where to take their problems. They have known that they need to share responsibilities in the family.
But I'm proud that they have given us something that we can portray. We remain in the community of Gulu and other districts where they gave their service. We are like their ambassadors. We are going to portray their image because what they have given us can sustain us. We are going to continue. It will not be an individual activity, but we shall make it as a teamwork.